Good morning from Tamkak, and the Lotus Field homestay is incredible. I'm really happy to report that I slept till 7:45 in the morning. Score! So I think we're on the time zone and my arm was good, so that was a good sign. So just wanted to show you, it's so bizarre waking up and this is where you are. And this gentleman out there working in the rice field only just started, and it's probably 8:15, so it was just dead quiet. It's so peaceful. We're gonna get ourselves organized and then head just down and have our breakfast, which is part of the homestay. See you in a bit. Okay, we're finally getting moving. Mike and Bonnie have eaten already. It's 9:24 and we're just getting ourselves out of our room and making our way down to the breakfast. It was nice just to lay in after not sleeping for so long and to just settle in.
It's so nice and breezy, and with the rooster crowing across the pond.
Yeah, that rooster started way before sunrise.
That was 3 a.m.
Like 3 a.m.
There's two of them competing.
But there's also, all the water lilies are blooming, and they weren't yesterday when we got here. So it's really interesting. They started last night, and so I'm excited as we're walking down, so I'll be able to show you those. But just to give you an idea, this is what we're like living right below. And it is truly something special. So depending on how many people are in for breakfast and how awkward it is, I may or may not film some of that, but we'll take it one step at a time and figure it out.
Lovely.
Okay, so we're down for breakfast, and we got what is more of a traditional Vietnamese breakfast, and it looks like this. And the name of it is right here, the Ban Thuyan, which I know I've pronounced incorrectly. So
you never know if it's incorrect.
it's incorrect. So we're going to enjoy this, and we'll see you later. All right, we just had a great breakfast, and our friend from Germany who we met yesterday, Katerina, is going to be joining us today, and we're going to go to the Trang An, I'll figure it out better once we get there, boat trips, and we're going to be taking the scooters, so I'm pretty excited. And since Phil's getting his own scooter today, it's easier than having two of us on one. Just from a balance issue, I won't be filming while we're on the scooter anymore, so see you in a bit. Okay, we successfully arrived here. We're gonna head up across over to the ticket counter. I don't know which entrance they want us to use, so we're just gonna go. You're gonna get to meet Katerina today, who is from Germany, and she's joining us. Phil got his own scooter, as I talked about, and Katerina rode on the back of mine, and all was good. So now we're gonna head over onto this boat tour, and we're all pretty excited about it because it's supposed to be beautiful. So we'll see you in there once we're a little more situated. But this is where we are headed. Trang An. Okay, and we're off. It's just Phil and me in our boat. We're on a 3-hour tour. A 3-hour tour. Hopefully not that kind of tour. But we're in Trang An, and it was just probably a 10-minute scooter ride away from our homestay. And so we're very happy to be here. So getting our life vests on so that we are safe in case we fall into the water. But I think I'd be more concerned about the microorganisms in the water than I would be about drowning personally. But oh my God, this is the first warm, really sunny day that we're getting, and I'm really excited to be here. So, say hi.
Hi.
So, all right, we found a little bit of shade now, which is kind of nice, and there's a little bit of a breeze. You can see there's Mike, Bonnie, and Katerina. And we're just heading into this beautiful valley, I guess would be the best way to describe it, between all of the geological formations, the escarpment, because it is limestone as well, similar to Door County's. So, but honestly, it is It's so beautiful. And I'm going to show you when we're done with this tour in 3 hours, what it must be like when it's really busy here, because Phil said it was very Epcot-esque. There was a huge building with a bunch of lines. Okay. There was a building which had a bunch of lines, and like the stanchions that you would go through, and then you came out of that and you're thinking, oh great, well that would have been it, and it's another building of huge stanchions. Sorry Larry, I'm not dissing Disney at all, but it was very much this concept of, oh my god, but there was no line. We cut through everything all the way up to the front, and we were on the boats as quickly as we could walk to get on the boats. So we're feeling very blessed. Hello, xin chào. All right, I'll video a little more a little later. Okay, we made our first stop on the boat trip, and so we're in this area of temples. I'll put a little more information about what they are once we get back and I edit this. But, you know, we look at the cedar trees that we have at home and how they glom onto the escarpment and grow. And if you just look up here, you can see similar concept with their trees. You know, if something wants to live, it's going to live and it's going to grow and prosper. So, some gorgeous old buildings. I'm assuming they're old. But this is the main one, and it's actually a beautiful breeze, and you can see the offerings that are left, the water and the pomelos and the food and stuff, as an offering, which is very beautiful. Here's Mr. Phil standing in front of the big temple. Gives you a better idea of the main one that we're at. And there are boats right over there. And it gives you a pretty cool view of these fish in between the temple. So, all right, we're back at it again. Yep. All right.
Okay, thank you.
And we're off. It actually feels a little bit cooler. I think the sun went behind a cloud. But this is the water side of the first stop that we had. Beautiful. And it's really great with all of the water lilies that are blooming right now. So incredible. All right. We are heading into our first cave. That was the most incredible ride through caves I've ever had. I am gobsmacked. I don't have words for what we're seeing. It seems like we're on a Disney tour, and again, no disrespect to Disney, it just doesn't seem real. It is such an incredibly special place. The woman who's paddling the boat is so kind and has stopped. We don't communicate very well. I'm able to say hello and thank you and things like that. But it's just been a perfect gathering. Dumbstruck. And we might be going into a cave again, so we'll see. just so peaceful in here. It's all you hear is the paddling of the boat. Here we are. We just came out of a 400-meter cave system that I'm not sure that they didn't themselves blast through as just part of this whole river to make it bigger, but I don't know. Did it seem like they made? No?
It looked like a water flowage.
Water flowage. He's the one who knows all this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Not me.
Maybe
So.
wrote it. It's a cave system.
I know it's a cave system, but that one just seemed like it had too perfect of.
Well, if the water broke through and then had to move from up higher level to the lower level, it would have hollowed it out like a tube.
Okay, here's your interesting fact. Here's your Hollywoodism. When they filmed King Kong, it was here for one of the scenes. I don't know which one, but this is where the Skull Mountain or something like that was filmed. It's right where we are right now. Okay, we're at our second stop on our boat tour, and it's another temple that we're coming to. It's got these beautiful flags that are leading the way, and behind us and it feels cooler than when we first got in the boats, and I don't know if it's because we've simply acclimated to the temperature and whatnot, or if this nice breeze and it actually has cooled down. I'm gonna say we acclimated. So oh my gosh, I'm gonna make this quick because I'm not sure I'm supposed to film in here, but this place is gorgeous and so peaceful, and it's just filled with the smell of incense. It's incredible. And then you just look this way. You get all the mountains and the area where we are. Incredible. It's incredible. What do you think of this, Phil?
I have no words. It's so incredible. It's so beyond. Yeah, it is really beautiful. Every corner is just like another wow, another mind explosion. It's really beautiful.
There's the rock I'm using the 58 times because your mind just kind of goes, what? What am I looking at? I mean, if you have a better description of it, leave it as a comment below this video and you tell me.
Dưới Bắc Hưng bác ấy ở mạn trên Gia Viễn đây. Đâu rồi tôi đi qua đầy luôn nhưng mà ta lại cứ lấy cái bên này hay. Ở trên đấy cái cầu đấy nó bán. Đấy, nhiều lắm. Thì bán ở trên Gia Viễn đây. Đâu rồi tôi đi qua cái cầu đen mới đấy. Vậy là tôi đi lên là khoảng 4 cây. Lên chỗ cầu mới ra thấy là. Đâu rồi tôi đi lên là khoảng 4 cây nữa cơ, nhưng mà cái dãy đường ấy nó bán đầy nhưng mà ta lại cứ quyết của mày. Nó cái bảo vệ đây, đúng không? Nhưng em bây giờ chủ nhật đi đêm về hôm này thấy đâu mà đi đâu. Là đêm nữa phải nào rồi.
Okay, this is where they filmed King Kong, right behind us. That is where they did Skull Canyon. Who knew? Again, I'm sorry if this all starts looking the same in this video, because in my eyes it is also different and amazing. And some of it, like when I look at the rock, it reminds me so much of, and it's gonna sound stupid, Door County. When they just look at the limestone and looking at the karst, and just like, I mean, it's very different, but it's got some of these interesting similarities. So. That's an energetic child. I switched it on sitting in the front of the boat, and because it gives me a view back at all of the mountains that we are passing through. and Phil with our incredible oarswoman, and Mike, Bonnie, and Katerina.
Nhớ mai không có số là lên đến đây nó phạt 200 đấy, 500 đấy. Vứt số lại. Bao giờ đến lúc sơn là mình ra mình quẹt lúc thôi, quẹt lúc số thôi. Còn số cứ vắt lại đấy chứ. Những cái chỗ kia thì thôi, còn số cứ để yên nữa. Đấy.
Incredible.
Em mới sửa thuyền mất 1 triệu sơn xong bắn số xong cái được.
Heading into our next cave. This one, not so long, 150 meters long. So, I'll see if I can record some of this so you understand. Like from the GoPro, when I'm doing the time lapses, it's completely different because Phil and I are constantly sitting here and ducking our heads as we come through. And then they've got these great light fixtures the whole way through so that you can see a lot of the stalagmites. No, stalactites. Stalactites are holding on tight, hanging down. Stalagmites have the strength to push themselves up. I remember that from school. So, yeah. Just making our way slowly through this. This is the shortest of the caves we've gone through. This one's only 150 meters, as I said. And you've got Mike and Bonnie and Katerina just in front of us up there. And this one has actually been, oh, we're getting some light here. This one has actually been pretty high. We haven't had to duck so much so far. So just gives you an idea of how incredible this is and how incredibly dark it is as well. We're about ready to take a left. And give you a little more view, and it's also going to show you the exit and how these things are so stunning as you come out of them, because suddenly you have all this color appearing. So you go from the darkness and then that vibrant green, and then the beautiful flags they have flying, and then even the life vests, which at first I thought were going to be a distraction. Okay, now I'm ducking really low, as you can see. And we've got stalactites coming down. And it looks like we are approaching another stop. So this will be our third stop as we come out of that cave into this incredible place. It was a surprise where they let us off. Not a surprise where they let us off. That once we got off, she told me to immediately turn around, and you see this incredible temple structure in the water. And now I'm going to introduce you to someone who's been very quiet so far, and now she's part of our group, Katerina.
Hi.
This is Katerina from Frankfurt.
Well,
Where?
well, Darmstadt.
Darmstadt in Germany, and we've been thrilled to have her with us today. I warned her about me filming and whatnot, and so she's been very fortunate to not be on our boat and have to listen to this all day. So thank you for joining us.
Thank you for taking me with you.
It is our pleasure. Oh, what a gorgeous place. We're pulling back in from where we started, and there are a lot more boats here now. So I think it's pretty safe to say we got here at the right time, right after breakfast. And, you know, Phil and I even came out for a late breakfast compared to Mike and Bonnie and Katerina. So I'm thankful that An, who is taking great care of us at the Lotus Field Homestay, told us to go now, and exactly which tour to take, number 3, what route to take, number 3. It was the best route, and our guide, the woman who has been doing all the work on this, was so kind, so accommodating. If I wanted a picture or something, she was there for me. Like right away, she'd pull over and slow down, and it was wonderful. But it's interesting now, as I talked about dichotomy so much, the dichotomy of how quiet and peaceful that entire journey was, and now it's the end of the peace and quiet. Okay, the tour is all finished, and we are now in the how much stuff can we sell you before you go back to wherever you're staying. And yeah, absolutely come here and do this. This is the boat trips you want to do. I know there's pictures of women who are rowing with their feet and whatnot, and that's just in a little bit of a different area. Here was fantastic. It's the World Heritage Site. They did not ask for tips. We certainly did tip. But all very casual, very peaceful, very quiet until the end, as I had mentioned. So, all right, we're gonna go find our scooter and see what's next. Oh, you will see, I'll show you where all the waiting lines were that I was talking about, the Epcot experience that we didn't have to worry about. Okay, here we are. We're between the ticket area, which is over here, and then they tell you the boat tours are over here. Well, look at all the various stanchions that one would have to go through, and then these benches of waiting areas, and then there's another door over there that you go through, and then you get to a whole nother area of the stanchions of how to get you through this during the busy period. So I am so thankful we were here when it was much more peaceful, not hot, comfortable, and like I said, we got a great breeze going right now. So all right, headed back to the homestay for a little downtime and to look at the 8,000,001 photos. But wait a minute, there is something I've got to get. Okay, remember I said that Asians have really strong Instagram game? Check out the heels and the dress. Work it. All right, I said I was going to the scooters, and we really are. That's where they're headed. But just had to say, Hallmark, you got to step up your game. They drilled in these branches so that it looks real versus the flocking you do in the Christmas videos. Okay, we're getting ready to wind down our evening, and Phil and I decided that we'd go for a walk just down the road that we scooter down, which gets us out into the main area. But we're just going to walk down a little bit because we sat on our butts on the boats all day, and then we came back and just really kind of sat in our room. Oh, it's such an incredibly peaceful place. Just kind of gives you an idea of the view from behind us and giving you a better view of the homestay where we are. And this is definitely a step up from Hanoi's electrical problems, but these are just very much present. And yeah, so all right, I'm going to give you another view back towards our homestay. Try not to touch any of these wires.